Shalom, everybody. I am Adira, and you are tuned in to the to my show. All right, y'all. So today, I want to talk about sisterhood and what it means to you. Right now, I'm gonna tell you what it means to me. I'm gonna define it in my own terms. So sisterhood is when you find that person that you can confide in, that you're that's really, it's really deep when you sit here and think about it, because I mean, really, what is sisterhood? Someone you can confide in, someone that you can do things with, someone who will hold you accountable, someone who is there for you when you need them, of course, someone to talk to, just someone who, I mean, you truly love and cherish to be around. That's kind of what I got on it. Like someone who got your back no matter what, and that loves you unconditionally. I mean, and I say that because my blood sister, she shows me that, right? And so with that, anyone who I decide to say is my sister, I'm expecting you to be my sister, right? That's just how I feel about it. But hey, I could be wrong. That's me. Some do's and don'ts in sisterhood. What are some of y'all do's or don'ts? For me, I would say the do's are being there, willing to listen, have a listening ear, one that's not so quick to pass judgment, but try to understand where you're coming from. One that definitely will hold you accountable when you're wrong, because I mean, no one likes a yes man all the time. I mean, I don't. Like, let me know when I'm wrong. And, you know, sometimes I might need a little bit of time to marinate on that thing to see, like, is she right with that? Or, you know, so, you know, sometimes you gotta sit with it and see. And that's pretty much it. You know, the dudes, you know, laugh, have fun, talk about things, and, you know, be there for each other. Those are some do's for me. Some don'ts for me in sisterhood is like telling me you my sister, but you ain't acting like it. What do I mean by that? Well, I feel like a lot of us walk around saying, "Oh, I love you, sis. Shalom, sis. How you doing, sis?" But when things don't go according to what you expect, then the whole sisterhood thing is out the window. So, and I notice a lot of us in this walk, we like to say, "I love you, sis," a lot. And it makes me realize, like, do we really know what love is? Like, is that just something that we just have fun with saying and not really having true meaning or purpose behind it? Like, I love you, sis. Oh, okay. What does that mean? So if something happens that you don't really like, are you still going to treat me as if you love me, or are you going to treat me like I'm an enemy? Because I've had that happen to me plenty of times, and it's not just within sisterhood. This is friendships, you know, things to that nature. Like, people throw that word around very loosely. Like, if I say I love you, and I mean it, and I'm not going to um, show you different. If I love you, even when I'm not agreeing with you or I ain't quite feeling you at the moment, you're not gonna notice. You're really not gonna notice a difference from me, because at the end of the day, that's what love is. Like, I feel like that word gets tossed around, and I'm such a realist to where I'm like, okay, well, I can't be fake. So if I'm telling you I love you, I really mean it. And so when I see things happen to me that's different and showing me different, then I'm like, yo, like, you a fraud. Because if I'm your sister and you love me, then when something happened, you wouldn't be so quick to throw me to the side or to give up on me, right? Because all of us have a purpose in this walk, right? And we're all trying to figure that thing out. We all struggle. And sometimes, we may need more help than the next person. And so what that shows me is that if we were so tight and something so little or minor happened and we weren't able to fix that thing amongst ourselves first, then it kind of shows me that maybe we weren't as tight as I thought we were. Or it could also mean that other people need to process things differently, right? Because we all don't process things the same. And so what I've learned in that too is that sometimes we have to not to get offended if a person feel like they really can't talk to you and that they need a little extra help with having a conversation with you, because maybe that's what they need. And we shouldn't be so quick to shut that down, because honestly, it probably really was needed, right? Even though you may think that, hey, we got this. Sometimes it ain't like that, and I'm learning that. I'm learning a lot with this whole sisterhood thing. And what else? I say we need to be more open to different perspectives, and we can't operate as if everyone is going to be like us, right? Like, I expect people to give me what they saying, right? Practice what you preach, right? Because I do it. And but then now I realize that it's okay. Practicing what we are preaching is very important to me. If I say I'm rocking with you, you're my sister, I love you, I mean those things. If you say it to me and you don't act that way, then apparently in my mind, you didn't really mean it in the first place. Or you just have a different way of processing it. And it's all okay, because I realize that not everyone gonna think the same. And at the end of the day, life goes on. So, that's my do's or don'ts. Why is sisterhood so important? Because we need each other. We are some emotional creatures, okay? And a lot of us, iron sharpens iron. We need guidance. We need help. Some of us younger than others, we need to be able to reach out to our women, our elder women, and be able to get some understanding and insight on how to operate this thing called life, right? And so, we really need each other more than we know. And that's why it really is saddening when throughout sisterhood, I noticed, not just with myself, but with other people who used to be really close, but then an altercation happened or an offense happened and they're no longer close anymore. And it's like, hold up, was it that serious? Because you never know how much we may truly need each other in the end. And so why are these bonds being broken so easily? Like, no one is actually putting in the work. Like, are people sitting down trying to talk to the other person, trying to fix the issues? Like, or it's like, oh no, I don't like that, I don't deal with that no more, bye, see you later, right? And when it happens like that, it's really messed up, because it's like we can give other situations and other things that do not deserve our time nor love, really, chances over and over and over again. But when it comes to true bonding and sisterhood and friendships, as soon as we feel a certain way, we're ready to cut it off. And a lot of times, those things could be fixed. And I feel like it helps make you stronger also. I feel like that's where the proving comes in. We have to be able to prove one another. That proving is when things aren't what you expected. How did you handle it? How did the other person handle it? Were y'all able to come back from it? Did it make y'all stronger, or did it pull you apart? Proving to me is, if we're able to go through that fire together, then you definitely my sister, for sure. And because we're not always going to agree with each other. We're not. But it's in those moments that help us to understand each other better, learn one another, and to know how to handle one another going down the line. Sometimes when you find out certain things about each other, it may change how you operate within that relationship, which is for the better. If I know someone is super sensitive, I'm not gonna go hard on them. Like, cause girl, you gonna cry in 5 seconds, and I ain't trying to make you cry. If you know someone is super hard all the time, you may have to, dig a little deeper to let them know, like, let down the walls a little bit, girlfriend, because you don't know everything. None of us do. And we all have room to grow and to learn. So, we, like with all my sisters, I handle them all accordingly. Like, oh goodness, gotta be a bug. I handle them all accordingly. Like, I may not deal with you the way that I deal with her. And that's because you are two different people. But nonetheless, my love is still the same, and I still love you. So, that's what you're going to get with me. Another thing you're going to get with me is real. You're not going to get fake. And I have to put that out there right now. I don't care who you are. Do not expect me to be fake nor phony towards anybody. If no one has shown me a reason to not like them or to have an issue with them, then you telling me your issues with that person is not about to change my views. We also have to get out of that. Like, we're not in high school anymore. Just because you don't like this person don't mean I don't have to like that person. Like, we all need to get over that. We need each other. We're in the end days. Like, let's get it right. But, the gossiping and talking about each other and doing this and that, and then you turn around and if you see me amongst those people, it should really just make you take a better look at yourself. I am going to be the same way all the time. I'm going to always open my doors if I feel that the Most High has said it is okay. I'm always going to try to help, whether it be money or support, whatever. If I'm able to do it and the Most High put it on my heart to do it, I'm going to do it. I have to realize that it doesn't even matter, like, how, sometimes we could feel unappreciated. People who are always, like, doers and just trying to be that light or that, And then when things happen that we don't agree with, you know, I know I might come off like, I got it all figured out, but I'm still human. My feelings get hurt too, just like your feelings get hurt. And so when I feel unappreciated, it it bothers me a little bit. But after sitting down with myself, I had to realize, like, girl, shake that off. Not everybody is gonna agree with you. Not everybody is gonna do the things you do, and no one body should change you. So that's where I'm at. I'm not letting nobody change me. I'm still gonna be that light. I'm still gonna be that person that can help someone else and build more bonds with more people. And because I love the sisterhood thing, I really do. Like, I be having fun with my sisters. Y'all know me, I always love a good time. I'm either trying to host a gathering, a righteous gathering, or I'm taking the videos, the photos. I'm goofy, we laughing. Some people are way too serious, and yeah, sometimes you gotta just loosen up. You know, we know what's coming ahead, and you know, it's okay to just live within that moment of bonds and relationships. How to be a better sister. That's my last question. I'm gonna end with that one. How I can be a better sister is by y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, I feel like I am a real bomb sister. Like, I feel like I am a bomb sister. But, you know, some people may not feel that way. I don't know who they are, but whatever. What I think I could do is not overthink. Sometimes when I hear things or people say something to me, I may overanalyze the situation. And just my brain will start going all over the place. Like, well, did they really mean this? Or did she really mean that? What? You know. So not to overthink, to always listen to the other person perspective with an open mind. Some people may need something more than you're able to give in certain situations that may need guidance. Some people may really need that. Even when you feel like you can handle a situation yourself, be open to that guidance that the other person is requesting, because it really could end up being a basis of your relationship falling, because one person told you what they needed over here, you ignored it and thought that you could do it your own way, and then it just made you go like that. Me personally, I don't operate that way unless it's something super big and crazy. That may make me, you know, pull back from you a little bit. But I don't know. I'm just not that big on, like, I'm so big on it's all good. It's not that deep. It's not that serious to forget where we came from and how strong we've connected, and just how many memories we've made to let that one little situation throw us off. That's me. And I realized that talking about things really helped me, because sometimes when you're trying to talk with the person, your words do not come out right, because you're dealing with attitudes, you're dealing with people who's offended, you're dealing with all these different things. And I just feel like, why are we like that? Like, why can't we all just get it together for real? And so I invite all of us to analyze ourselves truly before we hold on to grudges or disconnect bonds with one another. Like, think back on that moment when you reached out to that sister and you were acting out of your emotions and you were all over the place, maybe, and you had a lot going on. How did that sister treat you? Did she treat you with respect? Was she understanding? Did she Or did she treat you like you're acting out of emotions, or that's not Bible based the way you're acting, so get away from me? Like, sometimes we really have to look at ourselves too, because we all go through things, and it's not fair to treat each other poorly when we didn't do it to you. And so I invite all of us, like any of y'all that have an issue with another sister in this walk, reach out to them, because a lot of times it's not even what you think. You may really be thinking it's something so serious, and it's something so small, and y'all used to be like that. It's not worth breaking bonds. Like, that's what I'm fighting for on this episode right here. Stop breaking bonds that do not need to be broken. And then stop finding a quote on Facebook and think that it matches how you're, like, oh, some bonds were meant to be broken because God is showing people who are real people. Girl, stop it. That's not always the case. Like, we do that all the time. Like, we will find a meme or a quote and be like, that's what it is right there. No, that's not what it is. That's the carnality in our heads that make us feel like, oh, someone is agreeing with us, when really we're wrong. We're wrong. It's not that. You could fix that problem. Call that person up. Stop being stubborn. Put your pride to the side. Practice what you preach. That's what I invite everyone out here to do. Practice what they preach. Now, if some people just aren't for you, aren't your, you just, that's fine. Like, I'm not trying to force nobody to be cool with nobody. Everybody ain't gonna be cool with me. That's fine. Like, but I ain't out here, giving that type of, that energy, like, for people to not like me, for whoever is for you is for you. But I just invite people to reach out to that other sister, because a lot of times these issues are because that person truly care about you, really love you, or really felt hurt by something that you did. And you will never know, because we're dealing with spiritual warfare, right? That person ain't about to pick up that phone because their pride is stopping them, and then the person over here ain't gonna pick up the phone because the pride is stopping them. But the moment that one person take that step and pick up that phone, you have made the Most High proud. And if you don't get the response that you want when you pick up that phone and reach out to that person, do not let that tear you down. It is okay. All it does is show your growth and what you were willing to do by honoring the Father's will. Being that bigger person, taking that step, trying to rebuild, doing what's needed. Don't feel discouraged. Always stay true to yourself. You may not get the responses you want, and that don't mean act out and act a fool because now, oh, I done reached out and you ain't. It's okay. You didn't really reach out for that other person to give you what you wanted. You just did what you needed to do and what you felt was necessary, right? So live in that and let that be that. Don't trip out. But stop breaking bonds, y'all. Like, we need to build. Like, I have faith in us, for real. It's so many sisters who like, oh, it's always an issue, or a lot of us can't get together because it's always something, like we on reality TV. Like, what? Yeah. The kingdom is the mission. Y'all focus on the kingdom. For real. Reach out to that sister, because she probably really miss you. Girl, put your guards down. She probably miss you, and she don't really know how to show it. Girl, call her and stop playing. My next episode is going to be on motherhood and what it means to me. And I will be having my special guest on the show. It's going to be all 4 of my children. Shalom.
Yashana Sun. Look.
If it seem like I'm not in the clique, it's cause I take friendship serious. If it seem like I'm not in the clique, it's cause I take friendship serious. You got a real friend, point them out. If you got a real friend, point them out. If you got a real friend, point them out. Make these demons match on what you about.
Check, before you call a person friend, you better prove them first. And don't be quick to credit them when they ain't show no works. Because some are only friends to plot and usurp. And in the day of your affliction, they will not assert. But in your prosperity, they'll be with you. But when you brought to a lower state, they won't see it through. Ay, separate yourself from your enemies. And take heed to who you call friends if you feeling me.